Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and I wanted to do this live just really discussing that we are going through a lot of upgrades in the collective, and also one of the topics being forgiveness, and also just knowing that you're reflected as that image of the I Am Presence. We are just the human manifested version of God's source energy and the great I Am. So understanding that we are that great I Am and we're reflecting that great I Am, and we are what we're looking for at the end of the day, and understanding that when we don't forgive ourselves, we can forgive others and Source can forgive us. But if we don't forgive ourselves, then we allow ourselves to understand what we went through and getting through the dark night of the soul, balancing the light and the dark energies, but also the upgrades that come with that, and the change and the shift, and internally what we're experiencing, and being more cognizant and aware of what we're going through within the spiritual awakening, the collective, and tapping into that transcendental consciousness. So we are made a part of that energy, a part of that consciousness, a part of that channel within ourselves. So everybody is made in their own unique mystique of how they channel within the upgrades, within the culmination of our gift, within the separation, so that we embrace the inseparability of source energy. So understanding that we are moving into the direction of being that sacred flame for the collective, meaning that we are the love, the light, and the way. So another thing I was talking to my girlfriend about last night was when Jesus said that he was the love and the light and the way, what he was saying that we were made in the image of the I Am Presence, being the love and the light and the way in terms of service to others. So that's what we are. We are made in that image of the I Am Presence. We are made of everything that is created inside of this universe. We are the heart of the universe, and we are being interwoven and interconnected with the quantum realm, with quantum mechanics, but also shape-shifting into the reality that we want to become at this exact moment in time, meaning that we are metaphysical transversers and shape-shifters, meaning that we take the form of prosperity, that we take the form of forgiveness, that we take the form of love, that we take the form of the truth and the projection that we're living in this space-time continuum. So understanding that those three words, forgiveness, upgrades, and I am the forgiveness that allows the upgrades and the release and the intention. So they were wanting me to put it in 3 words, not in a sentence, because they were wanting to make me think of it as an affirmation, as something very powerful and in-depth and just kind of raw. When we're authentic and we're true to our vibration and true to the essence of source energy that we are, we allow ourselves to channel the embodiment of source energy here and now. We allow ourselves to share that and to impart that love and that wisdom within ourselves to emulate source energy. So understanding that the upgrades that we're experiencing, a lot of you could be feeling kind of sick or having headaches, having distortions that you're clearing within yourself. Also, you could be going through periods of time where you're very emotional, where you're very much not aware or feeling disoriented or feeling even tired. That means that the DNA and the bloodlines are coming back into balance with our extraterrestrial bloodlines, our archangel bloodlines, and also our dragon bloodlines. So it means that we are being changed interdimensionally, but we're changing into that astral projection, becoming that astral projection and becoming that imaginative state of reality, of body, of mind, of consciousness. But seeing that we are the upgrades that we're seeking, the upgrades that are happening on this planet is changing the planet. It's changing the tectonic plates as well. And it's changing the way that we go about reality as a whole, meaning that the same patterns that we used to have, we won't have those anymore. It means that forgiveness, upgrades, and I am means that we're made in the image of that consciousness that we're trying to uncover or rediscover, and having that self-remembrance within ourselves. So understanding that is that there's a consistency, there's a morality that we're experiencing with our own free will. Understanding that free will is something that we choose, it's something that we are, and power is not something that we try to be. So you will have these peak moments, not only in this month, but in the coming months. of feeling very empowered, feeling very much like you're on the right track, feeling like things are actually making more sense to you, and also surprises coming to you. I was just getting this strong and deep message about that the upgrades are turning into our breakdowns that turn into a breakthrough, our peaks and our valley moments. But more peak moments for us, more ways of being leaders, but also the messages that we get are going to become more easier to interpret than it was before, meaning that your gifting is going to feel like it's kicking into overdrive, and you might even have more intense ringing inside of the ears. You might have prophetic visions. You might have energetic downloads for 3 hours at a time. It means that this is the Great Awakening, and it means that this is the time to really embrace that divine feminine energy. Meaning that a lot of us, one of the things that I was getting is that a lot of us are turning into tigers. A lot of us are turning into lionesses. A lot of us are turning into Black Panther energy, because those energies are very distinct. They're very powerful, and they're very much a constant state of release, those type of energies from those animals. It's a constant state of release. It's a constant state of inviting in, and it's a constant state of recalibrating and recharging the batteries. Meaning that you're gaining your momentum and your power and your sense of prowess back to yourself when you're tapping into the Black Panther energy, the tiger energy, and the lion energy. Meaning that we're all kind of in ourselves, and a lot of you have ayahuasca already in your system. So understanding this is that this power that's sourcing through everyone right now, this great awakening that we're experiencing right now, but also just the coming months to see, is that we're going to see how far we can take enlightenment in our own way. And the things that we're seeking for, the dreams and the aspirations, are going to become a reality themselves prophetically. So if you guys feel like you've been waiting, it doesn't mean that you were being patient. It just means that you were waiting for the right time, waiting for the preferred manifestation. You were waiting for it because it was so special, and you didn't want to rush it, and you didn't want to get yourself in a situation where you were not going to be able to manifest what you really wanted to manifest in your life. So just know that the divine is working solely through us, and working through everybody, and working through every nook and cranny to get us to understand who we really are at this exact moment. And what's beautiful about it is that those 3 words can literally be the song that resounds in your heart. Like the title of this video, I am forgiveness, and I am the upgrades and the transformation and the releasing of that stale energy, that stuck energy, but I am what is pulling the destiny towards myself. I am what's pulling everything towards myself. I am the living, breathing vortex that I'm seeking. And what's beautiful about this message that is just coming through me, and I wanted to stand up doing this video, because the very fact that we have wasted lifetimes, we have wasted lifetimes and lifetimes and lifetimes, but in this moment, in this present moment, in this emphatic moment right now, we have the ability to transform it, to change it, to make it something very special. That's what's beautiful about the present moment, because it's a gift that keeps on giving, that keeps on driving the point home, and the reinforcement of the polarities that are changing within positive and negative, and the complete balance of light and dark. Meaning that we're all coming into balance, and that the things that were coming up from our past or our past lifetimes are being closed and are being shut. So a lot of us have been experiencing, some of you 10, 20 years, feeling like you're going to wait for it, feeling like it's never going to happen, feeling like it's the gifting has missed you or God forgot you. None of those things have happened. It's not an actual thing. But we can't give up now. That's the beautiful thing about this message that's coming through. It's about not giving up on yourself, because then you're giving up on source. Don't give up on source. Don't give up on your dreams. Don't give up on playing it small or safe within your life, because when we're able to not only forgive oneself, we're able to break the chains and break the energetic bondages and all the things that are limiting us in that moment, that we're able to really change in that moment and really tap into our heart's desire and feel as if we're on that accelerated path, to feel like we're the car that drives itself, but we're the vehicle of Source that contains everything inside of Source, meaning that no matter how fast we go, no matter if we're on the highway, that we're not fearful of how accelerated we want the journey to be, and enjoying the roller coaster ride and pushing ourselves past our fears and not chasing after our limitations and not basing everything on an expectation of what we want the outcome to be. It's not about the outcome, but it's about the energy that you carry with you. It's about the intention that you carry with you. It's the very fact that you're dreaming big to even summon the manifestations that you want or the relationships that you want. It was so funny. I was hearing this message from Abraham Hicks, and she was like, why are you compensating chasing your limitations? Like, summon the things that you want. When you summon it, you are calling it in, but you are also becoming it in that moment. That's what's beautiful about this, is that you're becoming that right in this moment. No matter what's going on in the world, no matter if there's so much noise and chaos, it means that the world is actually coming into unity because these things are happening. That's why we see crazy weather. That's why we see craziness not only within the news, is because this is the Great Awakening. This is awakening to who we really are and seeing how we separate ourselves from the illusion. So I have so many clients that ask me that, do people hold stuff against me? Am I not forgiven for this? Does God not forgive me? God had already forgiven you when you were already incarnated on this earth. It means that no matter what we did in our past, no matter what happened, no matter what trauma we faced, Source loved us through that. Source loved us through that, no matter what you experience. And it actually means that He loved you more because we acknowledge it and we understand it, but we come back into that understanding of forgiveness is release. Upgrades are the saving grace, that we allow ourselves to be anointed and knowing that grace is given and that it is not earned. I used to think that, my friends, that grace was something that you had to earn. And it's actually not any of those things. It actually means that it's already been given to you. You've already been given the second chance or the third or the fourth. And I don't care how many chances it takes for you to get where you need to be. There's been so many times in my awakening journey over the course of these 4 years where I felt like I wanted to give up. I felt like I didn't want to do it anymore. I felt like doing it was pointless. Doing it was not going to be very beneficial, and I should just do something else and get a crummy job. But every time that I thought that, I was believing in an illusion that I was assuming myself to be in. I was assuming that I couldn't keep my motor running, that I couldn't keep doing 2 lives, and I couldn't keep speaking the message so that somebody heard it and somebody was inspired and somebody was blessed by it. Because that's where the ultimate blessing is your service to others. Every time that you take a chance on something, that you act on something, that you attract the things that you truly want, and you're not basing on outcome or how you think about it or even how you feel about it, but understanding every time that you take away the sense of feeling or overthinking it or overcompensating for it, now we are letting go of all the things that are trying to cost us and limit us and put us in a box or a category or label us like we are just some grocery, right? You see all those things at the store. We are not these labels. You know, we are not these categories. We are not all of these diseases. We are not sicknesses. We are not injuries. We are not any of those things. We are not those imperfections. But to see our imperfections really allow us to tap into that effortless perfection of the higher self. So the power that is within us is greater than we know, but the greatest light sometimes that we're trying to tap into is the light that we can't see, or the reflections that we can't see, or the things that we are not willing to experience. Experience has already been experienced 1,000 times in many different pixels, in many different configurations, in many different instances, and that's why we all have deja vu. Have you ever had deja vu? When you had deja vu, you were already in that moment. You've experienced that moment before, and it has always happened, but you were on a negative timeline. And then if you experience something that has already happened, like an argument or a circumstance, and it didn't happen, it means that you've severed the timeline that you were on. I've noticed this so many times where I've had deja vu, and literally I felt like I was supposed to have an argument with my significant other. I'm like, what the hell's going on, right? And then in that moment, I saw that I collapsed that timeline. And then I saw that, yes, the matrix is the matrix, but you have to make and co-create your own matrix. That's what the game is. That's what the rules of this game are. That's what's crazy about meditation and spirituality and tapping into your transcendental consciousness, is that everybody in this moment is changing. And all of you are non-physical beings. We're interdimensional, we're interwoven, and we are really immersed in that state of being angelic. We are radiating frequencies when we don't know it. When you are hearing that ringing in your ears, that means that your guides and your higher selves and your galactic beings and all of humanity and everyone is trying to contact you. That's why it's a calling. That's why it's a call to arms. And it's really this understanding that the whole point of this live was to see how profoundly that we have faith. I mean real faith, I mean actual faith, I mean conviction. I mean the ability to move mountains with your faith. The ability to move mountains with your faith is that you don't waver and you don't crack and you don't break and you don't cave under the pressure. Now, in life, we are always taught to cave under the pressure or not push ourselves outside of our comfort zone, but the unknown is uncomfortable because we don't know anything about it. Everybody's like, yeah, the unknown scares me. The reason why it scares you, and it used to scare me too, is because we don't know and we're not trying to control it, trying to overthink it, trying to project our humanity all over it. And sometimes it's kind of like we have to get past ourselves, you know? We have to deal with ourselves and we have to kind of get ourselves in gear so that we can whip it into gear and finally actually set it into precedence and set the precedence and set the standard for what we want to exemplify. And that's why I said I am upgrades and forgiveness, is because we were made in the image of the I am presence. We were made in the image of consciousness. We were made in the image of God's source energy and the great I am and existence itself, because if existence didn't have a reason to exist, therefore we would not exist. But because that we're here and because the light of the source, and if we did not have light, there would not be nothing in this universe that would exist. Think about that. Light is the appearance of everything. Light, even when darkness is dark, there is still a hint and a sliver of light, meaning that darkness is not eternal, but light is infinity. It's forever. It is eternal. So light never dies. So we never die. The only thing that dies is the ego and humanity and vanity and lust and all of the corruptness of the way that we've been living reality. That's the only thing that really dies. But when that does, then there's a renewal and there's a rebirth within ourselves, and there's this resurrection of the soul and the transfiguration of that soul being ourselves, kind of like, I'm kind of going back and forth towards Jesus. But yeah, that's what we are. That we are that light that is rising above it. And, I'm not Christian, but this pertains to consciousness. It's the same concept. It's understanding that everybody, the reason why we're here is because of grace, is because of free will, is because of choice, and it's because of the redemption that is within our lives to encompass upon. Everybody on the spiritual awakening has been through absolute hell because we allow ourselves to choose the life of our choosing, meaning that we get delivered from the darkness. so that we can embrace the light within ourselves. So all of you right now that are watching this right now, all of you are chosen, all of you are forgiven, all of you are awesome, all of you are unique, and all of you have specialties and gifts to bring this earth as prophets. So a lot of us are just following the prophecy that's been laid before us, and meaning that there will be experiences that each and every one of us have to have in order for us to reach that point of consciousness. It could be relationships, it could be marriages, it could be severing the ties from past lifetimes, past lovers, even past family members, but also it could be just going through certain reflections. It could be just really emptying yourself out to the point where there's nothing left. And that's what I've been experiencing for 4 years now, being fast-tracked. But if you don't get anything from this message, and as we do the healing energy, I think it's very powerful healing energy that's coming in from the 9th dimension, the 10th dimension, and the 12th dimension, and some galactic beings are coming through, and dragons, and Jesus. So I'm going to be doing healing energy, and I'm going to wrap up the message. So it's understanding that you're being called to something, you're being nudged to something, you're being pulled to something, you're going into uncharted waters to really follow your destiny. And no matter how hard it is, no matter what you're going through in your life, if you are not going through that, that means that you are strong-willed, you are stronger than you think, you are gifted more than you think. You will all have the ability to change in this exact moment, no matter what anyone says, no matter what life tries to tell you. It means that no matter what comes against you, that you are that beacon of light that's crashing through. Meaning that you are the forgiveness, you are the I am, and you are the upgrades in the transfiguration of the soul, no matter what. Meaning embracing that light, walking in it, and taking a waltz with the Spirit, always. We're just always taking a waltz with the Spirit. And it's like Nia just said, my ears always ring on your lives is because whatever I'm doing or my guides are helping you be more interconnected. But if you guys want to receive healing energies, also guys, I'm going to be going live around 8 or 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing readings, healings, activations, and also I do have private sessions for 1 hour for $50, an hour and 30 minutes for $100, and 1 hour and 50 minutes for 2 hours. But we're going to do some healing energy, and I'm going to call in some of my guides, and also there's going to be a message as well. But receive this healing energy and allow it to really help you break through, help you be re-energized, and allow you to tap into vitality, help you to be alive again, help you to be a part of the growing nature and the ascension of consciousness and feeling into this power, into that resonance of source energy. We're going to tap into the Black Panther energy because that energy allows us to have an ayahuasca ceremony. So it allows us to have prophetic visions. It allows us to tap into the spirit more, to replenish the DNA, but also release the toxins that are inside of ourselves. So allow yourself to experience Black Panther energy. Also, we're going to connect with Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Sandalphon, Raphael, Mother Mary, and Saint Germain. And they're going to receive heart activations. They're going to activate the third eye. They're also just going to recalibrate the chakras and help us balance our energies and ground deep within Middle Mother Gaia Earth. Archangel's the love and light who's willing to cleanse us of our auric field, tapping into God's source energy and the great I am. Diving deep into Middle Mother Gaia Earth. And we are going to also tap into the Kundalini energy. You're going to feel abrupt release and then rejuvenation. A lot of you are receiving the armor of God in this moment, meaning the breastplate of righteousness, the sword of the Spirit, the helm of salvation, and the belt of truth and the cloak of power in this moment. This is the armor of source energy. So allow yourself to become the oracle of love, light, and wisdom in this moment, and allow yourself to really become God manifested in human form and just connect with your higher selves in this moment. Just say that I emulate the higher self, I am the higher self, and I allow the higher self to channel through me. I embrace the light and the dark aspects. And this beautiful feminine energy is coming in, becoming that fertility, becoming that cosmic egg. And then we have this beautiful bionic blue masculine energy coming in very rapidly, helping us to reflect it.
We started our company, Girls Are Doing
The Intergalactic Council, the Galactic Federation of Light, and also we're going to be connecting to Ashgar Command. So connect to Galactic Federation of Light, Ashgar Command, and the Intergalactic Council, and resetting the karmic imbalances. So the goddess Kuan Yin is going to step through and just reset your karmic balances, your soul contracts, your twin flames, and help you attract your soulmates. So we're resetting the karmic imbalances as well. So whatever's going on in the world, let's just channel it out and allow ourselves to see ourselves as an illusion that embraces oneself, that embraces the truth and the essence, the love and the light and the way that is the forgiveness and the I am presence of that upgrade. And just tapping into your heart. And also we're going to be implementing psychic protection. So we have the Source Dragon coming in, helping us tap into the vibrations of God, the sensations of God, and the DNA of Source. And then we have the Magenta Dragon coming in, helping us tap into our 12th dimensional frequencies and helping us just release stuck energy, helping us tap into our heart. And we also have the Apostle Paul coming in with such beautiful healing in this moment. So feel this healing, feel this vibration, feel this sense of release, this sense of connection, and just allow yourself to heal emotional trauma, to heal past lifetimes, but also to heal your past completely. So feel that energy and see how beautiful that is. And just feel into that power of that release, of that connection. And understanding that when we release and we let go, we transform and have the transfiguration of the soul. And no matter what is going on in the world, we channel it out and we don't allow ourselves to take it on, because this is our precious moment of peace. This is our powerful moment and allows us to exemplify the Creator within our own selves. And we allow ourselves to be the forgiveness of that I am presence and that upgrade that allows us to receive the light within ourselves. So receive this light, receive these codes and downloads and frequencies, and embrace the new timelines and allow yourself to create from that quantum realm. And just tap into Source. Allow yourself to become, allow yourself to open up to all these energies and embrace your electromagnetic kinetic source energy fields. And as you're embracing that, you're just being connected to all the radio frequencies and being connected to all your parallel selves. Meaning that you're tapping into the monad, the I am presence, the 12 aspects of yourself in different reigns, different planes, different realms, different existences. So we're just tapping in very deeply to the truth, the love, the light, and the way, the understanding of Source, and just allowing ourselves to be God in this moment, to be the manifestation of life, to be the life that gives life, and to be the gift that keeps on giving in this moment, no matter what. No matter if you've had addictions, no matter if you've had too much trauma, no matter what you have done, you are still of that light. You are still of that love. And you are still of this resonance and this peace and this understanding. And in this moment, we're just going to give our lives to God's Source energy and the river of Source. and douse ourselves in the essential oils of God. And just allow ourselves to become that. And just feel this healing presence. And just feel the hand of God. No matter what. Just feel the hand of God. Feel the source of God. Feel God's energy in your life. This is when we transition off into the great beyond, so that we can become and radiate that absolute reality. And we have the God Ra stepping through, helping us with manifestation by thought, helping us to transverse time and space, to generate any reality that we want to become, and to just literally be the force of creation. Just be that you want to become in this moment. Just feel God. Love yourself in this moment. Self-care, self-divinity. And nothing can change the blessing once you accept the blessing. Just breathe at your own pace, but take deep breaths here and now. Exhale. Take another deep breath. Exhale. And just take another deep breath. Remember the star seeds, remember the prophets, remember the times of the Bible, and remember every lifetime that you were of significance and enlightenment. And let everything come into balance. Your life, your finances, your struggles, your emotions, everything in this moment. And just give your life to the oracle of love, light, and wisdom. And everyone take one last deep breath. So that's what happened. Yeah, and even if the music was loud, I don't care. It still was a powerful life. But understand that we are made in the image of the Omnipresence. We are made in the image of Source. We are Source in human form, and we are the connection of psychic atomic energy. Don't forget that, guys. Don't forget yourselves. Love who you are in this moment, because we're all changing for the better. So I wanted to let you guys know, thank you so much for this live, but also I have a private session special for psychic readings, healings, activations, $50 for 1 hour. An hour and 30 minutes for $100, and $150 for 2 hours. If you want to book private sessions, text me, email me on my TikTok. Also, around 8 or 9 o'clock, I'm going to be going live doing readings, healings, activations, Eastern time zone, and I hope to see you guys there. But just remember, if you don't get anything from this message, use those 3 words on this title of this video. Forgiveness, I am, and upgrades. I am the forgiveness and the upgrades and the transfiguration of the soul and the embodiment of light and dark energy. That I am coming back into balance with who I am. And we're just seeing how our lives can change when we channel God through our existence. And when we're able to do that, then we're not putting the boundaries or limitations or putting ourselves in a category. Don't put a limitation on yourself. Just know that God can take you many different places if you allow him to do so, or her, or an extraterrestrial. How you see God is how you see God. So, but don't you see how beautiful it is out here? It's very beautiful. It's a beautiful day. And I felt like changing up the energy doing these lives, standing up. And I wanted to switch it up. And I was just kind of out in my shed smoking a cigar thinking about just switching up the energy. But you guys mean a lot. And I wanted to take this time to really just express my love. Because the clients, the people that I've interacted with over the past month, and over the past 4 years, having clients all over the world, just having people watch my videos, having my life completely change and literally come full circle is just amazing. It's just amazing, like kind of coming full circle and really seeing how God has made an impact in my life, and also the person that I met 4 years ago, and how our paths just made something very beautiful, very transcendent, and very honest and direct. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I told her that the other day, that I never regret being with you in any moment. And all of the people that I've met, all of the people that were blessed by me channeling God. And I think that's what's amazing about it. I think that's what's true and what's raw about it, is the very fact that we get to be redeemed, we get to be forgiven, we get to have grace, and we get to see that life can truly change if you want it to change, and that we can be delivered, and we have been delivered. But having that recognition of that awareness means that we get to experience this. We get to experience this. This is the gift. A lot of people act like, but where's the gift at? It's this. That's the gift. It's this. That's the gift of existence. And I'm going to go eat. So if you guys want to book private sessions, feel free to do so. $50 special for 1 hour. Hour 30 minutes for 100, and 2 hours for 150. I'm going to have that for a long time now. So also 8 or 9 o'clock, I'm going to be doing live readings, 8 or 9 Eastern. And I hope to see you guys there. And just remember, the greatest light that we fail to see is the light within ourselves. The greatest light sometimes is the light that we cannot see. And sometimes it's just the ability for you to choose to accept it. I'm going to leave it at that. But thank you guys. God bless. Namaste. And if you miss these videos, White Wolf the Oracle on YouTube. So thank you. God bless. And namaste.